Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. In each episode, we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. On this episode, we're taking a look at an international film as we take a look at A Place to Fight For. And stay tuned for a bonus story as we take a look at the history of Disney Village in Disneyland Paris. And if you are enjoying these episodes, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified with each new video. Now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, today we are covering A Place to Fight For. This movie was released on June 8th, 2023. It was directed by Roman Couture. The screenplay was written by Roman Couture, Thomas Bejan, and Catherine Pillay. And the production companies was Chai Fu Mai Productions, and it was distributed worldwide by Disney+. In terms of the production, Couture actually announced the project called ZAD in an interview with French magazine Dernières Nouvelles d'Alice on February 26th of 2016. The story was actually based on a real-life incident in England and the long-term police missions of the eco-infiltrators, where some of them would actually have children with the activists. The film would be developed through Tofino Labs' script and pitch program, and then it would develop a new title called A Zone to Defend. Disney Plus would get involved, and they would announce the filming on July 11, 2022, and that it would be released on Disney Plus worldwide. Couture would actually do extensive research for the film, and he would actually live with ZADs and with the environmental activists. Filming would take place between June 13th of 2022 and would actually wrap on August 12th of 2022. And locations included Paris, Essenon, Marseille, Normandy, and Moulins. The film would actually use over 200 extras, and many of them were actually Zadists. Disney would release the first image, Disney Plus, I should say, would release the first image on Twitter on November 12th, 2022 to help promote the movie. An original soundtrack would be composed by Mathieu Lamboli, and the soundtrack was released by Hollywood Records. Couture would actually write an original song for the soundtrack called Monday You Demolish, and that was a song by the Zadists. So, the film would have its world premiere at the Festival Francais Estella and Pantalla in Madrid on June 8th, 2023, as well as having a special screening at the Coburg Film Festival on June 17th of 2023. So let's take a look at the cast. So we have Francois Civil, who plays Greg, Lynn Kadori, who plays Miriam, Natalie Richard, who plays Severin, Anna Alvaro, who plays Chantel, and Manon Breach, who plays Fred. In terms of the plot, it follows Miriam, an eco-activist who is fighting against the construction of a dam in the forest, and Greg, a police officer who goes undercover to gather intelligence on the movement of the protesters. So in terms of recommending this movie, I think this is a really good movie, and it's a great French film in terms of French cinema. The only problem that I have is I wish they would have had it just subtitled and had the movie in French. But what they've done is they've re-recorded it with English dialogue over the French, over the film. So the lip movements don't match up, and it can be quite distracting. Especially there are sometimes when sound is coming out of their mouths, but their mouth isn't actually moving. So the dialogue hookup is not the greatest. In terms of the plot, I actually really like it's a simple story because it has a twist to it, because you're really not sure whether Greg is in love with Miriam or in love with Miriam's child, and that is the reason why he's kind of abandoning his undercover work. So it's interesting because I can see both sides of it. So definitely recommend this film, as it's a great way to introduce yourself to French cinema, as well as it's a great story as well that'll keep you thinking. So definitely check it out on Disney+. So let's move on to our bonus story as we take a look at the history of Disney Village. This is a shopping, dining, and entertainment complex that is located in the town of Marne-la-Vallée, France, next to Disneyland Paris. It was originally named Festival Disney and opened on April 12, 1992. So the original concept of this was that the facility should be focused on entertainment, and originally was supposed to be a transitional attraction for guests visiting Euro Disneyland. The space would contain nightclubs, shopping, dining, and bars. And the space was designed to have an open space in it so that there would be full of life and live music, and it would feature a starry sky and would be full of life being lit from all different sides. When it first opened, however, the place was criticized as being cold with a soulless atmosphere, especially by the France. I'm not going to get totally into it, but Euro Disneyland was not very welcomed by the people of France. So this was probably not a great atmosphere for them either. Changes would be made by Disney by adding metal frames, where the metal frames were actually replaced with statues and food counters. And in 1996, Festival Disney was renamed Disney Village, and Planet Hollywood and the Gaumont Multiplex Cinema opened there shortly thereafter to give it more life. Over the next 10 years, there would be several new entertainment complexes and food and entertainment added, including Planet Hollywood, like I said, Chef Mickey's, King Ludwig's Castle, and the Rainforest Cafe. In 1999, they actually opened a large McDonald's, and it was designed based on Italy's Commedia dell'arte. In 2004, the space was renovated again with neon lights being added, oversized signs, and the central stage. Those were all removed. The color balloons would be added to feature nighttime lights, along with more horticulture, including trees, hedges, and flowers throughout the area. In addition, terraces were added to a lot of the restaurants, and facades were added to the buildings, giving them an updated look. In 2018, another scheduled renovation was announced, but because of the COVID pandemic, it was delayed and nothing has been announced as of yet. So I've never, just memories, I've never been here, obviously. It's in Disneyland Paris, but I think it's a great little shopping village. I'm glad that Disney took steps to renovate it and change it based on feedback from the local markets. But it seems like a great kind of addition to Disneyland Paris. And they keep adding to Disneyland Paris, which is nice, and they keep updating it and making it modern. So it's definitely on my bucket list to check out one of these, to check out that facility one of these days. So if any of you have been there, would love for you to leave a comment below and tell me what you think. And thank you so much for joining us here on another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. Please leave a comment below if you've seen the film A Place to Fight For as well. Would love to hear your thoughts. So as we look forward to our next episode, we're going to be taking a look at a Disney documentary as we take a look at Disney Nature's Born in China. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.